So I already did my eyebrows off camera. Next, I'm gonna set my eyelids with translucent powder. I'm using the Airspun and a Wet n Wild brush. I don't know the name of it. Next, I'm gonna go in and use the shade Beam from the Jaclyn Hill palette, and I'm gonna highlight my brow bone. Once again, I'm using a Wet n Wild brush, and this one's a flat brush. So now going in with the shade Pooter from the Jaclyn Hill palette, and I'm going to use that on my crease. And the brush I'm using here is a fluffy brush that I got in a brush set that I bought at Ross. Sorry, I don't know which brand it is, but you could just use any fluffy brush that you have. Here I'm just going in and I'm blending out the shade that I use on my crease, and I'm using a Wet n Wild fluffy brush. Now I'm going to be using a blending brush from Wet n Wild, and I'm going to be going in with the color Pukey to darken up my crease. Now I'm going to be going in with the fluffy brush that I bought at the beauty supply, and I'm going to be using the shade Buns from the Jaclyn Hill palette. Now I'm going to be using an angled brush from Equal Tools, and I'm going to darken out my outer V using the shade Mocha. Once again, using that flat brush by Wet n Wild, I'm going to be going in with the shade Queen for my lid. So I went ahead and did my eyeliner off camera. Here's a little clip that I managed to pull up for you guys. I'm going to be going in with that Wet n Wild primer, and I'm putting that all over my face. Once I'm done with that, I'm going to be going in with that Pond's cream again to further prime, fill in those pores, and make sure that the skin gets tacky before you put on your foundation. Now for foundation, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Pro Infallible, I think, and the the Milani one. I don't know which shades I'm using. I'm too lazy to go and look for the shade, not to go and look for the foundation to get the shade, or whatever. Now I'm going to be using a flat top that I bought at the beauty supply to blend out my foundation. Make sure that your foundation is similar to your skin color, unlike mine. It's a little off, but whatever, we'll go with the flow. Using a Real Techniques beauty blender and the Airspun translucent powder in the shade Translucent, I'm going to be setting my under eyes, basically baking everywhere I am oily, so under eyes, T-zone, forehead, chin, and I'm going to be setting my smile lines because I hella creased there. I guess I didn't get to record me applying concealer, but I used the Milani concealers. They're new and I wanted to test it out. I used the shade Medium Honey, and then I also used the Maybelline concealers in the shade Medium Honey as well, and one in the shade 20, the sand one, to brighten up. Using an angled e.l.f. brush and this Revlon bronzer, I'm going to be bronzing up my face, so cheeks, forehead, my chin to hide my double chin because we're trying to look snatched. Using a MAC brush and this, I don't know what brand it is, but that darker shade, to further contour my face. So cheeks once again, forehead, and then my double chin. Using a Real Techniques blush brush, and I'm going to be using this blush by Milani. I don't know in which shade it is, but I know it's called Rose de Oro, Rose de Gold, something like that. Not 100%, but yeah. Now I'm going to be cutting my cheeks with that Real Techniques brush beauty blender and that Airspun translucent powder to cut the cheeks. Oh, and then I'm dusting off the bake from my under eyes with that one Fit Me translucent powder again. I mean face powder. Now I'm going to be smoking underneath the eyes using one of those brushes I told you I got on that brush set that I bought at Ross. I'm going to be going in with the shade Potter from the Jaclyn Hill palette. Now I'm going to be dusting away that powder that I put to cut my cheeks. And I'm using, again, one of those brushes from the Ross brush sets. I'm using a smaller one and then this angled bigger one to further blend out that powder. I'm going to be using this Milani setting spray. I'm going to set my face, and then I'm going to use a Master Chrome highlighter and this e.l.f. brush to highlight my cheeks, my temples, my chin, and my Cupid's bow. Now I'm going to be using this Real Techniques smaller brush to highlight my nose. Sorry, I contoured my nose off camera. That'll be like a separate video if anybody ever wants to know how I contour my nose, which probably not because it's irrelevant. But yeah, this is my favorite part because I like to have a tiny nose, and by highlighting it, it makes it look extra snatched. Don't mind me eating, but I was eating because I didn't eat the whole day. My uncle made me a taco, and then I'm going to be going in with this clear mascara gel, but I use it to set my eyebrows. Now I'm going to be lip lining my lips, and I hella overline them as if I don't have big lips already. But anyways, I'm using this Italia lip liner in the shade Chocolate, and then I hella overline, and then I make lines in the center and the sides and in the middle to make them look extra plumped. Now I'm using this Neutrogena lipstick, I don't know what it is, in the shade Berry something. It's just a little gloss. And then I'm going to be using this NYX lip gloss that I bought at the Beauty Supply to make it extra glossy. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe, and